Well, this is the third video to Voodoo Possession is Bullshit. Well, listen, as a Haitian speaking, I definitely feel that I have the authority to speak on this because, I've been doing this for a long time and it's been in my family for, decades, So, well, I want to start this off by saying, like I always said in my past videos, is that there is a form of true possession, but it's not the thing of the fanciness that you see a lot of people showboating, and stuff like that, See, there's a lot of people that know that fake possessions as well, because, a lot of people figure, well, these people are foreigners. If I can give them a good show, they'll definitely tip me, give me more money whatsoever. So this is what happens a lot in the Haitian voodoo community. See, one thing a person doesn't understand about possession is that a person has multiple spirits around them. Now, when you talk about this multiple spirits, some have given them names as in different parts, like different faculties itself. But for me, what I know is that the personality, the individual, is made up of at least many parts. And each of those parts are different manifestations of that person's personality. So basically, if you want to go into psychology, when you talk about multiple personality disorder, this is a thing of when these souls or these spirits are not aligned. They actually speak individual languages. So, I wouldn't say individual languages. I would say they speak individual thoughts. See, this is what Europeans, well, you know what? Let me not, let's just say this. I started to go too deep whatsoever, and I'm like, you know what, this is too much for like social media. But I'll just tell you guys this. When a person's spirit does not harmoniously work together with the other spirits that make up that person's individual personality, yet, this is what leads into what someone would call, multiple personality disorder. Basically is because each individual personality has an own life of their own, when in reality all the personalities are supposed to harmoniously blend together. And this is what creates human speech, because before you even say certain things, that part of you actually gives you what to say before you even say it. So now, when we talk about voodoo possession, this is the dynamic of it, is that you have a harmonious blend of characters talking to an individual. See, when a person says, I'm going to go talk to someone with, let's just say Ezra Lee in their head, whatsoever, this person is talking to an individual who is predominantly, manifest that personality or that type of spirit itself, So the thing is, the person may have, let's just say, 5 other, characters within them. So we can say, as the Indians say, there's different chiefs or different spiritual bodies, So it's the same thing in voodoo, where there's different bodies. And I think they got charged with so-called the European occultism, where they basically, or New Age, things that give you like 5 bodies and stuff like that. There's some reality to that. There's some truth to that, So basically, when you're talking about voodoo possession, when you have the eyes to see, this is about being very spiritual. When you're trying to make sense out of this knowledge and this information, you got to have spiritual eyes. See, your carnal eyes is not good enough. It's not good enough to, to explain to you what you're actually hearing. See, another thing is that an individual has to have a lot of experience with this to understand the mechanics of possession or channeling. Because you understand, you have 5 personalities speaking. As one wise woman told me before, and this is a wisdom that comes from Ezra Lee, is that never believe what a medium says wholly, in totality. Because each spirit takes time to talk, or takes time to speak. See, it's a cycle that occurs, where one spirit talks for a moment, and the next thing you know, it revolves around another part of that individual spirit's talk for that moment. So when it comes to readings, Well, I won't say readings, because in Haiti we do things different. We don't do readings like that. You have mediums and you have, card readers and stuff like that. But the thing is, the mediums, this is what's predominantly in Haitian culture. You know, see, the thing about that is that you have to, you have to understand that there's a cycle going through when you're talking to a person with that type of spirit in their head or that loi in their head. So one moment you could be talking to that individual, and the next moment you're talking to the loi. You know, so it's a cycle that's going on. A cycle. That's why it is of great importance to be able to decipher, and not only decipher, take every part of what you hear with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be a cycle revolving. You may have 5 spirits talking to you, where the predominant spirit you're trying to talk to talks for the longest, but then there's other spirits that come in and talk. So it becomes something where, you know what I'm saying, where you got to be able to take everything with a grain of salt. What applies to you? You see, because without spiritual sight, you will not be able to know who's actually talking to you at the moment. Because yes, the person may be dressed up, they may have the traditional garment, the traditional outfit of what the spirit may like, but you don't have the spiritual sense to see through the person and see who's exactly talking to you. So this is why it becomes very complicated, and this is why I feel like it's better for a person to make sense out of what a reader, like a clairvoyant or a reader says, because it's not something that the carnal-minded individual can make sense out of. You know, you got to be very spiritual to be able to go to someone in Haiti, as we would say, or a Haitian that has a loi in their head. Because your eyes are not developed enough to be able to know who you're talking to at the moment. This person, again, there's fuckery involved with this too. Because the person, their own words can come out in the reading at times, where they start talking about, when you have people talking about, oh, I do this, you gotta pay this, you gotta pay that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't know who's talking to you at the moment. So, with that said, I conclude this video. Thank you guys for watching.